My name is Annette Kelly. I'm a geriatric nurse practitioner, and my role with the Care Alert system was to be the investigator in a geographic area around our city. I was for 13 years the CEO of the Central Florida and North Florida Alzheimer's Association, which brought me into wonderful contact with amazing people, caregivers that are devoting themselves to providing what is needed for a care recipient, for a loved one in their home. I think caregiver burden is probably the most common and unmeasured, maybe even immeasurable, feature of caregiving. It impacts a caregiver's health and their ability to provide what's needed for the care recipient in ways that we really haven't addressed adequately in healthcare. We're concerned about a diagnosis and maybe some health issues that are apparent, but this underlying strain in the life of a caregiver, a continuous caregiver, is really quite important. Often, nighttime awakening is pervasive. The person is awake frequently during the night, not always leaving the bed or leaving their room, but that nighttime awakening allows or moves the person towards doing something, getting up, moving around, looking for somebody. Going to the bathroom is a frequent occurrence, but also kind of moving through the house, often in an unsafe, unstructured kind of way, which leads to accidents in the kitchen or the person actually leaving the home and being found wandering in the neighborhood. And the caregiver begins to recognize, whoa, I really need to be in charge of the night as well. I myself was the caregiver for my mother who had a cognitive impairment. And in my early days as a family caregiver, I'll just say a little bit about that, I did use a baby monitor. It was all that was available to me. And it was terrible because I heard every rustling move she made, and I'd leap up out of bed, run to her room, and she'd be, just turning over in bed. There was no distinguishing between what was an emergency movement and what was a normal movement. I think when caregivers are on this journey of caring for someone with cognitive impairment in their home, there's a stretch of it that actually feels like, yeah, we can do this. This is working. And then as the impairment increases, which it inevitably does, and the care recipient's behavior becomes less and less predictable. I think it's the predictability that's often the issue. The caregiver must resort to ingenuity to address that, and some of the ingenious things are actually not helpful. It can be things like put something by the bed that will be knocked over in the middle of the night, so I'll be sure to hear that. Well, that's not safe. Or lock someone's room door. Or put some sort of barrier up that's so difficult to, get across that the noise will be, All of those things are so really desperate, actually, and they're also inherently unsafe themselves. My involvement with the Care Alert system was really very exciting because I had been working with families in the community for quite a while, and to have something to offer as a pilot program, as it was initially, was really thrilling. And to know that people were so willing to try this. Their, whatever concerns they might have had about being able to operate it or what was it going to be like and all of that, were really overcome quickly by their desire to get to the sense of security that they were being invited to through this system. We had the wonderful opportunity as the trial ended, the pilot of this project ended, to say to people, if you'd like to keep this device in your home, you may, or we can come and, remove it. And really, people wanted it. So that was cool. We liked that idea. Yes, they're using it out there. It's really helping. It's continuing to help. When I think about having worked with a number of families with Care Alert, the most common response that I got when we talked with them about how this was affecting them was peace of mind. The peace of mind had probably internal effects on these individuals, because when you think about what peace of mind means, it's actually a whole body experience. The other common term was confidence. Care Alert provided these caregivers with a spoken sense of confidence in this area of nighttime awakening. Working in community health, as I do, I have occasion to see individuals who were part of the Care Alert project, and it was wonderful to see how they were still using it and their positive regard and how they were telling other people about it. And the most frequent question I got is, when is it going to be available to everyone? Which, you know, people are curious about that. They really want to know, can they now say to people, go get it if you need it?